Hey guys, welcome back to Medical Coding with Blue. Today is Vlogmas Day 4. Today's topic, you are who you surround yourself with. If you are brand new to my channel, welcome. I am Blue. I'm a medical coder. I am taking part in Vlogmas this year, and the theme of my Vlogmas is 24 days of motivation. So if you're looking for some motivation or inspiration, I hope that you will check out this playlist that I have in the description box below of all the episodes that I am posting about this Vlogmas. All right, so let's go ahead and get into today's topic. You are who you surround yourself with. I always recommend that whenever you are doing anything in life, whether it is a goal that you have in mind, or you're going back to school, or you're starting in a new job, that you surround yourself with the most positive people that you can find. Now, when I think about starting in a new career field and maybe studying for a different profession or whatever, I'm thinking I need to be around the people who are the most positive, who's excited about their field. When you are around people who are excited about their field, you can, that energy is contagious. That's what I meant to say. The energy is contagious because it makes you understand that it is okay to feel free enough to enjoy whatever it is that you're doing, whether it is studying or getting into a new career field. To be positive and to have that freeing energy around you is a really wonderful thing. When you get around negative and toxic people who are always complaining, nothing is going right, everything is going wrong, even though you may try as you might to be the most positive person in the room, when you're in a room full of people like that, it starts to seep into your energy. This is why I make it a point. Anytime I feel somebody negative around me, I immediately leave, or I immediately exit to the left, because there's no sense in surrounding myself with anybody that is negative. It does nothing, and it provides no value in my own life. So this is what I want to share with you guys today. The positive people that you get around, or staying away from the negative people as much as you can, is what you want to do. Because when you are around negative people, that energy is like a black cloud, and it just stays right over you, and it'll follow you everywhere you go. And you start to sort of think about the things that they're saying. And maybe you're thinking, well, maybe they're right, and maybe I'm not able to do this, or maybe this is more difficult than it needs to be. If you're trying to learn something and everybody's complaining that it's perhaps difficult, try a different approach. That is what you want to do. And you want to surround yourself with people who want to try a different approach as well. Immediately, if you see a roadblock in anything that you're doing, whether it is in your career or in a study, that you want to make sure that you are trying to look for different ways to get information or to learn differently, because a roadblock is there for a reason. It means that that is not the path for you. I think about Thomas Edison and Henry Ford. They were best friends. And the reason that they were best friends is because they were both forward thinkers. Henry Ford being with the Model T, and Thomas Edison with the light bulb. Can you imagine the people that were around them at the time? Were there a lot of forward thinkers? Probably not. They were just interested in getting to the next day and surviving. And they didn't have all this technology like we have now. But these were the forward thinkers of their time. And they got together, they surrounded themselves with each other because of their bright and brilliant ideas. I'm sure they bounced ideas off of each other. It is so much easier to bounce ideas back and forth with somebody who is positive rather than someone who is negative. This is why I always recommend that you guys stay as far away from those Facebook medical coding groups as you can. I know I talk about that a lot on my channel. The reason that I say that is because so many are very negative. I have yet to see any that there is positivity. Everybody's path is different. No matter what it is that you're going to do in life, whether it's buying a house, starting a new career, or just doing something different with your life. Everybody's path is going to be different. My road to becoming a medical coder is not the same as everybody else's, and vice versa. The reason that we all can have new ideas and have different ways of thinking is because we all have different experiences. And because of this, trying to be around those positive people is what you want to do, especially in the beginning when you know you're going to have feelings of uncertainty. When you're learning something new or when you're starting in a new career field, expect the fact that you're not going to know everything. And that is okay. But getting around those positive people is going to help you get through that time, because whenever you hear about people who get through a very difficult and trying challenge together, right? And then they say, well, we all went through this together and we made it and we did it. How do you think that they did that? Because they did it by encouraging each other. And when somebody falls down, they're all there to help pick that other person back up. And that's what you have to be when you are in that kind of situation, whether it is studying or doing something else. You want to be that person that's lifting other people up and not bringing them down. Or when you hear somebody start to talk negatively, try to redirect as much as you can. And even though you may think, well, I'm really kind of concerned about myself only, I'm not really concerned about the other people in the class or whatever, it's important to put yourself aside in that road to positivity and being around positive people. Because what you can do for somebody else, as far as like just giving them an encouraging word, it doesn't cost you anything. But if you are truthful and you give somebody an encouraging word, you never know what that can do for that person. And that is being a positive person. And so people are going to naturally gravitate towards a positive person just as much as they would a negative person. But when they kind of start to open their eyes and start to see all the good things that can happen from being around positivity and how much easier it is to be around positive people, it is, like I said, it just changes everything. And to have that enlightenment and understand why it is important. Because sometimes people get into that rut of thinking, well, that's just the way they are and I accept them for who they are. Yes, you can accept them for who they are, but you don't have to surround yourself with that energy. Protect your energy, guys. That's all I'm saying. Protect your energy and make sure that you are being as clear-headed about everything as you possibly can. When you surround yourself with positive people and people who tell you, yes, you can, there is no limit to what you can do because you start to believe that in yourself. And a lot of times people get roadblocks so much because people are telling them, you can't do this, you can't do that, and I don't think you can do this, and I don't think you're that smart. I've heard that, and that's so devastating. I think about it to this day when I heard a lady that I went to school with say that her husband had told her that. And I said, how can somebody say that? And then another person said that their mother told them that. You're an adult trying to go back to school and live a positive life and live a better life for yourself and for your family. And to have somebody say that just because, and then accept it and be like, oh, well, I understand that that's just the way they are. Protect your energy, guys. This is what I'm telling you. Because we only get one life. And if you surround yourself with negative people, it's always going to be negative. Always. And don't think that you can rescue anybody who is negative, because you can't. When you try to think, well, I want to be that positive influence, negative people tend to think always negatively. There's not going to be a change until they're ready to change for themselves. And that is just a proven fact. So there's really nothing that you can do, and you can't change people. I don't know why people try to change people. Nobody is going to change unless that person wants to change. And unless that person feels that they are ready for it or even thinks that they should do that. But keep the people around you positive. And if you're around negative people, don't worry about hurting their feelings and being like, well, you know, I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I'm going to still be their friend and listen to their complaints. It's too draining, guys. It is too draining. You can be supportive, but you can be supportive from a distance, and that's okay. It is okay to do that. And it's okay to give yourself that permission to do that as well. Because on the road to goals and life plans, that's what you want to do. You want to be around the positive. And if you can't, you know, that's when you have to rethink about how you're approaching somebody who is constantly being negative. So that is my tip for today, is to be around those positive people. Try to stay away from the negative guys, because it's not worth it. I mean, I understand, like, you know, some people you just can't avoid, right? But at the same time, the people that you can choose to avoid being around, then that's what I'm talking about. But you don't have to accept negativity, and you don't have to accept people being grouchy and grumpy and telling you that you can't do something. You don't have to accept that. You can say for yourself, you know what? I'm going to do better for myself because I deserve better. So I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys for joining me. I will see y'all tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 5. All right. I will see y'all next time. Bye.